Hello again. I'm Bob Weir with another interview of candidates for elective office. My guest today is Cathy Strathmann, who is running for mayor of Flower Mound. Thank you for being here, Cathy.
Thank you for having me.
If you would briefly give our viewers some information about your background. They already know you pretty well, but give us a short.
Well, I did list a lot of new things in the verbiage of the article or with the video. But just a slight overview. I'm a 25-year resident. I've been involved in Flower Mound politics for quite a few years. I'm a pretty open book, so.
All right, and we'll get right into some questions. What are the primary duties of the mayor?
I think for me, I look at the mayor a little bit differently, I think, than other candidates and most. To me, the mayor is a leader and a communicator. So the main job of the mayor is to lead by example and to be involved in the community. I think we need to reach out more to residents than expecting them to pay attention to the 500-page packets and to be involved. I mean, everybody's lives are busy. So as mayor, I intend to be out more and communicating more of what's going on. And I've got a few ideas about how we can communicate better, even on the town website, so people don't have to read 500 pages of packet or follow hours and hours and hours a week.
So the qualities needed to be an effective mayor would be leadership and
Patience. A
patience.
lot of patience, and to listen more than speak. I mean, I think some people, I watch when there's public participation at meetings, and I think you should truly show interest, not sit there and be on your phone and looking down. And, you know, everybody's opinion is important. I think it's more important to communicate than dictate. I don't think we should be trying to convince people of something that they're not for.
Do you think Flower Mound is financially challenged going forward?
I think we do have a AAA rating. I'm not a fan of debt. I like to pay down debt. I also don't like to refinance debt. If you refinance debt to get the interest rate down, that's great. But when you add to it, you're just growing and growing debt. I think we need to be a little bit more responsible in our spending and pay the debt down faster. And I know the conversation that's going on between liabilities and debt and, you know, that back and forth. To me, it's taxpayer responsibilities. I don't care what word you put on it, whether it's debt, liabilities, whatever it is, we got to pay it back.
Right. Thousands of commuters face traffic backups every day in our town. What would you do to help alleviate the traffic during rush hours?
Well, I think one of the biggest things we can do is stop building so much density where the traffic is. So if we're going to add thousands of apartments down on 2499 towards the flyover, that's not going to help traffic. I know we have the capabilities of syncing traffic lights. We do have some other options using Lake Forest maybe, or I just don't see a solution to you're not going to alleviate traffic, but I think you can help back it off a little bit by not continuing.
So that's prior planning.
Planning is important.
Yeah. Well, the next question I had was multifamily housing being a contentious issue, and how do you feel about it? I think you may have answered that.
Well, one of the problems I'm having with the discussion about apartments is it seems that people are pitting it resident against resident about it, and they're making it personal, and that's hurting our town. Like me, I don't want thousands and thousands of apartments in Flower Mound. It's not about the people who live in the apartments. It's about the traffic. It's about the increase of population, which is going to cost us in infrastructure, town staff, first responders. It's not personal. And I think that's what's hurting our town right now is we're pitting residents against resident in regard to issues, and it's not personal. It's preference and opinion.
Well, then in your opinion, what are the major issues facing Flower Mound?
I think it is growth, and for me, it's not the labels that are being put on people: no grow, slow grow, pro-development, anti, whatever it is. It's the type of development we're doing. I think we need to go back a little bit and remember why Flower Mound is Flower Mound and why people love it and moved here. So clear cutting trees and putting buildings right on top of the road, and it's the style, it's the quality, it's the feel. We're losing the feel of Flower Mound, and I think that's what most are upset about. Growth is good. Commercial growth is excellent. We're filling our Lakeside Business District with residential. I don't think that's going to help us. We need to have commercial development. We also need to look at what kind. Do we want strip malls on every corner? Is that the kind of commercial we want? I want to see larger corporations with quality jobs where maybe some of our residents can work there. But if we keep giving away our land to mixed use, we're not going to have that commercial property left down there anymore.
Well, that moves us to the Riverwalk. What are your views on the current status there?
The Riverwalk Central Business District, I think, is doing well. The Riverwalk PID, I pray that it keeps going. I don't think it's a failure. I think it's a disappointment. I think people expected more, wanted more, and we're not seeing it. So we just have to wait and see.
They have announced a couple of large companies there, Merrill Lynch and Bank of America, I believe, and Orange Theory.
In the PID?
Well, no, I'm talking about in the Riverwalk.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's where everybody gets lost. The Riverwalk Central Business District, where the hospital is and Market Street and all that, that's wonderful. When people, I think the average resident, when they're talking about the Riverwalk, they're talking about where the river is. They want to see some restaurants. They want to see some activity down there. But the Riverwalk Central Business, just like Lakeside Business District, we're doing really well there. And I think that's where we need to keep growing commercially versus a lot of strip malls.
Well, okay, so my next question was, do you think Lakeside Village would be a positive addition to our town?
I think Lakeside Village is it will have a huge impact on our town. I think we need to take our time. I think we need to communicate with residents a little bit more and get them involved. I mean, it's working now. I don't think we need to push this through. I know it's been worked on for over a year, but residents haven't been involved in it for over a year. 9 Towers is scaring me a little. Access to the lake is scaring me a little. My biggest concern that I'm seeing, not just in Lakeside Village, but everywhere, is parking. I'm very concerned about parking.
So you think the people of the area haven't had enough information?
Right, or time to digest it. Everybody's lives are busy. Their priority is not to read about the development in Flower Mound.
And the current status of it is it was put on hold, I think.
Well, now they're going to have a work session next week, and then it's going to go to P&Z the following week and Town Council the following week.
Will this go for a vote before the election, do you think?
Absolutely, yes, the 16th.
It will, okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, it depends. It depends on how the work session goes, and I guess the work session will automatically go back to P&Z and then Town Council.
All right, well, what do you think is a healthy ratio between business and residents in the town?
Probably about maybe 60-40. Like I said, it depends on that type of business. I don't want it to be 60-40 of small strip malls. I want to see a commercial. Our new economic development director is awesome.
Yeah.
So I think we need to court a little bit more of the bigger businesses to come in for jobs.
Right. Well, we're moving towards the conclusion here. Is there anything else you'd like to add about your candidacy?
I'm very excited about running for mayor. I really am. I think we need some fresh ideas, and one of the we're kind of recycling the same mentality and the same personalities through our council. I really want to attract youth. I think we need to do some more stuff with the youth to get them involved, like maybe having a monthly student of the month, or I want to get a drive out there from the town to not text and drive, but to get our youth involved, and I'm going to be out more with residents. I don't think sitting behind the diocese and just dictating is what a mayor should do. I think one of the things, and I don't know if I have real quick, is when the unfortunate incident happened at Marcus.
Oh.
Okay, I was really upset about that. As mayor, and I'm not saying anybody did anything wrong or whatever, just different as mayor, What I would have done is the very next morning, I would have been at Marcus opening doors for students. I think it's important for the mayor to be visible and available and there.
Well, I want to thank you for being here, Cathy, and good luck in the election.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you for watching.